And so, good evening to you all watching across the world. We'd like to say a massive welcome to the Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union. Tonight, we are in Bon County, and we wholeheartedly welcome you all for listening across the world. And we encourage you to please help us share this message because it is so important that the world get to know who we are and let the world get to know what we are doing. So please help us to share this message. On behalf of the Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union would like to say thank you for being a part of tonight's edition. Just to inform you, we are now in Bon County and we are now joined by the radio station there in Bon County, and they are here. They will be introducing the station and everything. So we want you to please get connected, invite others to be a part of this program tonight. Thank you for being a part. So if you are hearing us from Bon County, we'd like to say massive welcome to you and to our director who is present with us again. We say welcome, director, and to
Yeah, thank
all our people in Bon County. Yeah, director, you can go ahead. You wanted to say something, you can go ahead.
yeah, thank you for affording us the privilege to be able to speak to our people in the world and giving them the necessary information about the importance of agriculture and the role it plays within the society. I just want to say thank you for this unique program and thank you for allowing us to be able to talk to our people.
Yeah, thank
For
you.
CJ
Thank you.
Jackson and yeah, I'm
Go
still with.
ahead, director.
Yeah, so while we still wait for our people to join us, we would just like to inform them that agriculture is very important. It is good that we as Liberians comes together to improve the activities when it comes to the agriculture produce in Liberia because we know there are a whole lot of lapses. There are a whole lot of issues there that need to be put into place. You see, over the past time, we have been going around getting the views of our marketers, those who producing, and there have been a whole lot of issues that have been affecting the growth and development when it comes to the agricultural produce in Liberia, the productivity. You see, so I think through this platform, our people will get more information and they will know how best we can work together in one unity and one accord to improve or to enhance the activities when it comes to the agricultural production in Liberia. Because that's one of the major factors that can lead to faster growth and development when it comes to economic improvement. That's one of the aspects that is the reason why you see we are still behind time because we're lacking that knowledge of improving our agricultural activities in Liberia. So we stay behind, and we just focusing on political, even though it is good. The political aspect is there, but for me, what I think that within my layman thinking, if we just you know engage within huge production because 65% of our population here they believe they are living by the agricultural activities in Liberia. So if we can engage into the agricultural activities in Liberia, I think we'll be able to alleviate poverty, we'll be able to create job awareness for our citizens here, and most people, those vulnerable people on the street, will be able to have something to do that will be able to have an ends meet for their families. So I just want to encourage our people out there, those who listening to us by this channel, the Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union. I want to encourage you. Let us all come together. Let us unite. Let us see how best we can improve the activities when it comes to the agriculture, and let us put Liberians first because our own personal aggrandizement will not solve the problem. You can have your own personal issue, but you don't know what the other person having on their mind, and you only take a huge amount of money and you only deposit into yourself. But if you invest, where thousands and thousands of people will be able to work and improve. I just have a saying that don't eat what you're supposed to eat for 10 years in one day. Why do I say that? The reason is that it's just simple. If you're supposed to invest what millions of people that will help you promote, that will bring profits, and you will be able to generate a huge income, either you alone and you're not generating anything. Because if you take $10 million and just build one house, that house is dead. But will it be able to generate profit? The answer is no. But if you take $10 million and invest it within the agricultural activities in Liberia, I guarantee you in less than 2 years time, you'll be able to generate more than that. Because the agriculture here is productive. We have the good land, we have farm, we have whatever it takes that will allow you to produce in Liberia. But there are just some activities lacking. Like when it comes to there's no market, the reason why there's no market, because everybody producing and we don't have that marketing system. People just go to produce, they say, I want to make my farm today. You go, you make the farm today, and tomorrow you don't have anyone to carry the market because 50% they carry in.
Okay, folks, we just want to say thanks for listening and joining us. We want to say welcome again to the Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union. And this is how we like to welcome you to this edition. Due to internet connectivity, there have been a lot of challenges connecting with our team there in
Yeah.
Bon County.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
sorry, we will just have to cut you off there a little bit because we've been joined by the team there in Bon County. And
Mhm.
so we want to give credence to them because of the internet, but we will just have a little break, 1 minute break, and then we will allow them to connect with us, please.
Okay. All right.
Fellow Liberians, as we all have entered this year 2023, we have to stand strong in building our country's economy. In doing this, we need to focus on agriculture by going back to the soil, which will help us grow our food, that will help us sustain ourselves. It is often said, and I quote, there's only one thing that can bring our country down and also has the potential of giving our country its bright color. Our dependence on foreign countries for food and energy have led us to be spectators of our country's economy, knowing that agriculture is the backbone of our country's economy. Fellow citizens, I argue you all join the Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union every Saturday and Sunday from 7 to 8:30 p.m. on Africa 24 Online TV with their host, Ma Abba A. Anderson, the CEO and founder of Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. For our live educative section under the topic, let's educate our farmers.
again, we say thank you for joining us. And now we are being joined by our team there in Bonkante, precisely in Banga. So there have been a lot of challenges when it comes to internet connectivity, but we keep our finger crossed. Hopefully, we will be able to get to hear from the team in Bonkante, specifically in Banga City. And you will be hearing from the station Radio Banga. So connection is still going in and out. But yeah, hopefully we will get there again. So the net is going in and out, but hopefully we will get back to them. Director is here. Director Susan, if you are listening, can you just please introduce yourself quickly while we wait to get connected? Yeah, we are listening. You are live. Uh, uh, Director Johnson, if you can please mute your phone. There is a back noise. Thank you, Director Susan. But your line was a bit in and out, so we didn't get to hear your voice clearly. But if we can get back to you, yeah. Anyway, thank you, Director Susan, and so that's our director there in Grand Cape Mount County. She's holding up to Grand Cape Mount strongly. We like to say welcome to the program, and we say thank you for tuning in. And so back to you there in studio. I don't know if you can hear us, so we are all ears tonight. So the phone is muted, so you have to unmute your phone so we can know that you are hearing us in Bon County. Okay, we assume that they are not hearing us in Bon County. I'm hearing you, Madam Anderson. Go ahead. We're hearing you. Okay, because the phone is muted, so we want to know that the team is getting us from Bon County. So we say welcome to all of you. We are very sorry there has been a little bit of challenges getting through to Bon County, but however, we are live up on Facebook, connecting with the Africa 24 and the Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, as well as on the YouTube, the same name, the same information on YouTube. So if I would like the line to be open now in Bon County so we can then connect, because if it is muted, I will just be speaking and I will want to hear from the team. Okay, thank you. So to all of you who has been listening to us in Bon County, I know we have started talking to you over a month plus. Now we are heading to the second month, and people are anxious to know what next, what is about to happen, what we are going, what we hope to achieve. And so tonight it is a clear night that we want to be able to speak out to you so that you know what our plans are for Bon County. So to the people of Bon County, including farmers and just other marketeers, what our plan for Bon County. The entire program we are looking at starting in the month of December. So I want the world to get to know that this is not an automatic program that is just going to start tomorrow morning. That's why we are doing preparation ahead of time. When we asking for people to be registered, because at the next month ending, we will be closing the first registration. So we are going to be visiting Bon County the whole of this month that we are heading to. So we are almost at the end of the month. So we are looking at August to be the month of Bon County, where we will be engaging more with the public. we will be going on farms and visiting towns and villages and other things. But after that, we will be done with one county. We will have to move to another county. So we want to encourage you all listening to this program to understand why we're doing what we're doing, because our plan is for December. But we cannot wait until December before we carry on things, because we said that we need to train people. So we will only be working in the first phase of the entire program with people who are fully registered. Because once you are registered, then you become a member, and a member you have the entitlement. That entitlement includes the timing, the places you will be allocated to be going for your training, as well as what other things that you will be expecting to have, whether you will be engaging with us directly, where we will be, if you are individual farmer, what we can do with you as an individual farmer, and what we will be doing with you as a connected farmers, meaning if you are farming in one area but you also have another area you have interest in, how we will be able to work with you. So the entire training process is going to leave from this month and it will end next month in Bon County. So next month, the end of next month, the people of Bon County, by then we would have hoped that we are covered at least 75% of Bon County, that will give everybody the privilege to be a member. And like I said, membership is absolutely free, where we are not charging you to be a member of this program. We are not asking you to pay any cent to be a member. But all we want to know is the total people that we will have for Bon County. And when we know that, then when we making plans for the training, we will now know who are the people that we expect to start training with, and where we will design the program for to start the training. So if you have been listening to us and you have called and you register, or maybe you have not called yet, maybe you're not sure what kind of program is this, maybe the election program, we want to reassure you that this program is not an election program, but it is a program that is meant to start in the month of December. So preparation towards December is what we are doing. Remember, next month we are talking about August here. So before you make up your mind that September, before you know, we are in December. So in order for us to achieve what we want, we have to group our team. So people in Bon County, we will have to know what kind of people are in Bon County and how many people are part of the Abba Organic Farm. So tonight, if you have any crowd, please, we want to open the line that you will understand that this program is not coming to stay in Bon County only on registration. No, the registration process will have to come to an end so that we can move to another state of the program. But before the registration comes to an end, the team will be visiting Bon County. So the next time we actually come on the show, we will be telling you where in Bon County you should be prepared to go, because the team will come. And they will not just come to places that got internet. Some places will not have internet. So we want you to please make it your business to listen to the informations we are passing over. A farmer called last week. He said he had been called, he had been calling 3 times, but we don't call him back. I still got his name. We tried to call that number, but he have not come through. So I hope tonight he will be listening and he will call us back, because I got him at the top of my list. I want to get to him. So I will not call his name, but he knows that he had called, and he already stated that he called over and over. We have not gotten in touch, but the number he called with is not a WhatsApp number. So people that are calling to, we encourage you, if you have somebody that got WhatsApp near you, you give them the number, let them call us, because we can send the apps to them on their phone and they can help you to register you. So, in order for us to enjoy the program tonight, we will want you to open your phones. That as the directors will call their numbers, you get in touch and let us see how best we can do this. Because next time we are coming on the show, we are only coming to tell you where you will be able to meet the team. So the team is now preparing to come on the field. The 26th is over. The jolly is over. It's now time for reality. It is now time for engagement. And so we want to take it from one point to another by engaging and boots being on the ground. So let us open the line and we want to hear from you as we move on. Directors are here, they will want to say other things, they will want to add other things, and the floor is also open. So if you are hearing us, so you there in Bond County, Radio Banga, we want to say it's over to you.
Thank you, Madam Anderson. So we'll just cross over to David. You'll do a recap
Yeah.
of some of the things that Madam Anderson was talking about. And after that, we will open the phone line to give you the opportunity to also call us 0777 So David, just simplify or just explain a little bit when you know the line was like breaking through in and out, so we can just share a little bit about what Mrs. Anderson was talking about, and then after that we'll open the phone line. Okay, thank you very much. And first of all, say thanks to everybody. We want to assure you that this program will stand for good, and we are not going to just stop right away. But we deeply apologize first of all for the kind of experience we have in our internet this evening. We want to say sorry, and we are still trying to get everything done. Like you may not hear what the people were saying. Brown County, we are still here doing the recruitment. I'm talking about the farmer recruitment. We are still here. And for those who are not registered, you have the perfect chance to register if you can just call us and just give us your WhatsApp number, then we can share our form in your WhatsApp. We'll just wire into you so you can have your name registered. It will help us to register other people because very soon we will start with our training, but we need to know exactly how many persons we are dealing with in Bon County. So if you register, we will know exactly how many persons we'll be dealing with in Bon County. And she also talked about very soon the team is getting ready to get on the field to carry on the second phase of the program. From there, we will be. Like she said, the only way you can keep part of this program is to get registered, and we have the entire August in Bon County to do the registration. So after August, we will be closing out for another area. So those that will be registered will be the one we will be dealing with for our training and for our empowerment and the rest of it. So it is all your time to take the chance to have your name registered. Call us and give us your WhatsApp number. Or if you don't have any smartphone, just call us and give us the information. We will have you registered so you can be part of this first phase of the program. Thank you very much, Rana. Thank you so much. Thank you for that. And I know you listen to David Dankari. And the opportunity is still yours. So, like Mrs. Anderson said, beginning December, there will be a full, blast of the program. So, this is the perfect time to.
Okay, folks on online. Again, there is a
register your intention previously. So I don't think there's a need for you to call back. But for those of you who have not yet registered, or for those of you who I mean, this is your first time to hear about the program, you now have the perfect opportunity to call on 0777 777-965. We are not talking about those that have already called. If you called previously and the team has not been able to reach out to you, maybe via text or whatever, you can also call to register that too as well. Because the recruitment and the mobilization process will not, have a second phase. So this is an opportunity for all of you so that you can have sufficient time to be part of the program. So the number to put you through are 0777 777-965 and 080697283 are the two numbers. So let's go on the phone line to take this first call. Hello? So good evening, your name and where do you call us from? Okay, James, so let's hear you. What do you have to say? I know you follow the program. Yeah, I just put a video on then I was hearing about farmer. I'm interested because we're talking about education. You're a farmer? Yes. What do you plant? Oh, I plant vegetable, I know cocoa. Okay. So just give us your name and your number. Jackson, James Jackson. James Jackson. Give us the number you see on WhatsApp. James T. Jackson. 055 01 01 84 54 66. You say. No? 66. Yes, 66. Okay, tell me something, Mr. Johnson. Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Thank you so much. 0777 777 965 080697283. Madam Alison, are you following the program?
Yes, we are following live on the both channels. So yeah, we are live. We are listening, and so we will be able to send the apps to that number. As he have called his number, he will be able to have access the apps tonight.
Okay. So yeah, she followed the number. She got the number already. 0777 777 965. Please call us up now. And then register your intention. I have a speak with our partners. 0777 777 965. How to get you. Let's pass to the caller. Good evening. Hello? Hello? Yeah, you live. Where you call from?
Yeah, it's sounding a bit low for the recording on Facebook.
Okay, Obadiah, are you a farmer? Yeah, I'm a farmer. What do you plant? I plant. Okay, just give all your number. The one using WhatsApp. WhatsApp number. 0886 086. Thank you so much. 0777 777 965. So this is the recruitment and mobilization process of the Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union continuation. So you as a farmer, if you have not yet called or if you are interested and are not a member of the organization, you can now call to register your intention and also benefit from some of the different activities that the organization will be carrying out in Bon County and Liberia as a whole. So the number is 0806972 0777 777 965. So those are the two numbers to get you through. So you can just while you're in the course, you can just begin to address some of the different issues you're talking about. Get it? Yeah, so thank you. Like I said, that is the information you are getting, like make up you. So if you call previously or you give the entire information, something you need not to call again to get your information. So we might be registering one person too. So if you register previously, please it changed for to those who are now call and register. So at least we can talk to them and have their particular to have them register. That's the only way everybody will take part into their family union.
0777-965. So those are the numbers. You can also call 0880-6972-83, 0880-6972-83. So the phone lines are open. You can call and be a part of the ABBA Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union Radio. Not a radio program, but the activities in Liberia.
Yeah. While we are waiting for, I just want to make certain clarity because every place I find people will say, oh, still we register and we are not seeing you guys around. And thank God that we are making the information very clear. And I want to see you also making it clear. This is not just for us to come and start today and start doing empowerment. You know, we are going through election and more besides that we need to get the number of people for training before any other thing. So we did not go into the community to tell someone, you call your name tomorrow, we will bring this one and we will bring that one. We have to
Yeah, you live. You know where you come from. What? Did you say what's your name? Who's the one? Is that a name? Cecilia Sumo, right?
or Cecilia Smith.
Cecilia Sumo. She's not very new, so please bear with her also. Okay, so are you a farmer? Are you interested in the program? What do you play? Okay, so how long you been doing it? How long you been doing it? Okay, so they give us your numbers.
Your
WhatsApp number.
086 28 25 74. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for your support. Thank you so much. 0880-6972-83, 0777-777-965. So those are the two numbers to get you through the program. Let's talk to this caller. Hello?
Yeah,
The name and where you come from?
I call for you one. This is Damo.
Okay, Moses. What's your name? You get interested in the program?
Yeah,
What are you planting?
I play
Okay, so give us a number.
WhatsApp number.
WhatsApp number.
077
077
Okay, folks, those of you online, we are in Bon County, precisely Banga City, and you are hearing from the people of Banga calling on the local station there on Radio Banga. So if you are online and you want to follow the show via the radio station, it's on Radio Banga.
Okay, let's see what I can get on the phone and talk to this caller.
Hello. I'm going to go for you guys.
Okay, Joe, is it Joe? Okay, so are you a farmer? What do you plant?
I plant cocoa and farm.
Okay, so give us your number, your WhatsApp number.
6
42 or nice trade. I don't know.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. 0777-965-080-697-283. Those are the two numbers to get you through here tonight. Okay, we don't have much time now, so we can take two more calls or quarter to cut this program a day because we need to go for another program that starts at 7 o'clock this evening. But let's see whether we can take two more calls. If not, then finally we can get over to CEO Abba Anderson and rest of the team for their parting comments. Okay, let's just take this for the present like a light. 0777-965-080-697-283. Those are the two numbers. Okay, sure we get it close for now. So we can cross over to you see or you can just okay. No problem. Okay, so CEO, if you are there, you can just walk up so the team can we can hear from the different directions and then conclude with them before we leave.
Okay. So the directors can start, yeah? And then I last. Yeah. Yeah. Your party statement from Bon County. We just want to reassure you online that after the topic in Bon County, we are going to be more engaging on the Facebook, but we just want you to know. Yes. With, give, give your party statement in Bon County, please. Okay, so the network is playing off. All right. Those of you on online, yeah, it's sad tonight because the network is not stable in Bon County, as you can clearly hear. Callers are calling. There have been a little bit of drop in and out, but we want to reassure you all that we are always going to be in Bon County on Saturday around 6 p.m. And so we want you to be aware of that because some of the time the network might give problem, but you will still get connected via the Facebook. So Facebook is always going to be connected, except where we are not going live. We will also be able to talk about, send notification out. So Director, once more, you are connected. I don't know if we can still get the team in Bon County precisely. Okay, Director, you can still go ahead because your phone is on hold.
Yeah, thank you. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so thank you. Being in and out due to the weather condition. The season that we are in the rain season right now, and it's raining cats and dogs in Liberia. So you will find it a little bit challenging to get it. Really, up, but we just want to encourage you that no matter what, we are going to be here to enlighten our people in and out of Liberia about the importance of agriculture and what we stand for as the Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union. So, like I was saying earlier, the importance of agriculture and the role it plays within the country is essential when it comes to development oriented aspect, because the reason why you find most of our people vulnerable, they don't have work, is that because our government here, they are playing a lesser role when it comes to engaging into the agriculture. And that's one of the main things that would create a huge job awareness for our citizens. So I just want to encourage those who out there to invest in us that we can be able to help our farmers here, that they too will have work to do and they will be able to provide for their family. So I will just stop right there and then I'll say thank you to our listening audience. And I'm Augustine J. Jackson. You want to get me, you get me. My WhatsApp number is +231 881915 471, and the same 231 777 900 122. But we stay on the show. I just want to tell you some of the importance or some of the lapses that we have been experiencing when it comes to the agricultural activities in Liberia. Thank you.
Thank you, Director, and thanks to all of you who have taken all your time watching us up on different platforms, different channels, and stuff. We want to say thank you. You know, it is one thing to understand the value of who you are. That makes you bold and that moves you to another level. Here at the Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union, we have such in the word. We have looked at different titles and different positions and look at different job roles, different, descriptions. We realize that the true power of being able to live must derive from us to give life. Food is nothing just as ordinary as we think. In the absence of food, the earth collapsed because even the plants need food to survive. The animals need food to survive. Even the hair on our head need food. That's why you will see the hair has a ointment, it has a cream, it has a lotion, it has all other items because there is no way you can survive without it. That's why when we say agriculture, people take agriculture because some do not know how value it is. Because it's even beyond value because there's nowhere we can, fully describe the power of agriculture. Because if you look at creation, the first thing God created was not a human being. He created the garden. Why? Because the garden was a place that man has to live in. So God didn't create man and decide, say, okay, say I create man. I don't know that men need food. So when they pray and say, I'm hungry, then I will think. No. The first thing God created on this earth, when he said, let there be light, the next thing was he created a garden. That's why when you read, it says to you, Adam and Eve were created in the garden. There where life began. There where the first form of life started. There where the first power, the opening of the eyes, the opening of mankind was from there. That was the foundation of mankind. And that is why agriculture is so prestigious to the point that agriculture cannot be compared to anything else besides God. After God, the next thing is agriculture before man. Why? Because if you are man and you don't eat, you are not man. You become a dead being. But once you are a living being, you need everything that comprises a life, that gives life. Thank you, James. Thank you. I always get your response, and I'm so grateful, Mr. Small, Flomo. I appreciate all of your comments, and I encourage you to please share around your area. I know you always tend to me you are in India. Very soon I should be going into India too to do some little connection in our interest. So yeah, keep me posted, give me your information. Maybe you can help us to explore the Abba Organic Farm also in India. So thank you. And all on the line, I have my brother there from Holland who always, making his business to be there, and many other people watching as the numbers increase. We want to say welcome. The importance of what we do is beyond description. Some may just see it as, yeah, food. But in the absence of food, there is no help. No help. You cannot even live without food. You must have food. And that's why when we're talking about food, we're not just talking about food just for survival. We are talking about food that brings life. We are talking about food that add value to your life, that is meant to improve your lifespan on earth. We are talking about food that engages with you, that understands your well-being, the nutrients that you need, these vitamins that the body needs to function. That's what we're talking about here. And Liberia, it's no exception to the word. We are all part of the word. So there we sit back and say, Great Britain, the great United States. If you want to do a comparison, go to your research and see what are the dynamics, what are the strengths of America. What do America do to become great? Why do they attach the name Great America? Why? Why do they attach the name great on Britain? What are some of the things that they do that make them great? I mean, they have so many nations. Why don't they call these nations great? Then you will understand the power from which we stand. Why we say what we say. When we're talking about liberation, people think it's just liberation is only from arms. No, liberation is also from the mind. It starts with the mind and then it goes all over. So we want to liberate the mind from the poverty. And it does not mean that we have to just come and count money and share it with you or take this amount. No, that's not the liberation the other organic farm is hoping to achieve. Because just walking out to Liberia and giving people 500 and 300 have never solved the actual problem of what Liberia has. The true thing that Liberia actually has, we must be able to identify it. It's not somebody coming with a suitcase from America and giving you 2 cents have solved the problem. Not a government sitting in the seat and walking out and taking a bundle of money has solved our problem. What is it? Our problem. Our actual problem is being able to change the mind. And our actual problem has been able to understand the power what we have, the power to feed, the power to educate, the power to expand and develop, the power to embrace new skills, the power to focus and influence others. These are the powers that lies within agriculture. Some may not know it, but I'm here to tell you the weight of agriculture is beyond boundaries. It flows from education to leadership. It grows from leadership to productivity. It expands from productivity. It goes into the private sectors. It flows from private sector. It enters into banks and leave from banks into community and leave from community into nation and build That's the power and dynamics of agriculture. One arms of the agriculture can influence a change in a whole society and break down strongholds and barriers. A strength of agriculture can deliver a whole nation out of poverty and change the world into a new place. You will wake up and see, and say, oh, no, it was not the country. No, it is the same country, but it's just that the country has embraced the reality and understand the empowerment of how agriculture functions. If I was sit here to really expand on agriculture, I hope people will be able to understand the value that when we say the our organic farm is going to be able to add value to agriculture, is to be able to deliver a certain amount of people. But next year at this time, we will not want to be coming here, we not to be speaking because we have access to Facebook. But we want to be actually bringing to you that, yes, we were able to deliver this community. Even if it is for one family, we must be able to say that. And that's why we are talking about the power of agriculture. And I'm about to write a book on that. And I hope we all will be able to read of this book. And this book I'm looking at writing, I'm not just writing it for us now. I'm writing it that this book will be able to reach in the classrooms, right from nursery all the way to a master or PhD. Because one thing we are lacking is that we read books that have never brought the change that Liberia actually needs. We were able to read books. We were wept to read books that never change our country value and add more to it. We were even able to read books that was making someone proud than the nation that needed it. We were reading books of states, empires, and other places that no longer exist. In fact, it has been tuned and been changed into different nations that even we are struggling to identify where these things happen. These are the books that we learn. But we are not reading the books that is about to change the cost of our conditions in Liberia. We are not reading those books. Because if we were reading those books, our leadership will have had a different dimension, a different understanding of how to get her people out of poverty. We will not be looking at keeping a particular amount of money and waiting for election for investment. We will have used those books as a stepping stone that gives us the insight of how to liberate our people. And I want us to be able to bring those books now into our classroom. These are the books that I'm trying to get to write. It may not happen this month, it may not happen this year, but one thing I want us all to know that I am going to fight with everything. And I know all of you watching and listening and following and sharing are also going to be a part of it. All of us have our stories. But imagine if we had those books that were going to tell us how to create things and become independent and create an enterprise and become industrial thinker and become a mind changer where we will be able to see a cola nut and see how best we can develop that cola nut into being able to export it into different countries. If only we had the books that were going to allow us to open pages that allow us to market internationally, I think our condition in Liberia will not rest on one person deciding that you should have food to eat. I think if we were going to have the right books, Liberia would have been developed now. I am not condemning those writers. I am not condemning the tutors. I am not condemning the institutions. But I am just saying we need one complete book that gives us the answers to our problem. And that book is the book of making people feel value, allowing them explode in the areas of their choice, and being able to engage with what they love most. Maybe you may not be a farmer like me. Me, I'm a farmer. But what if you are into another industry, but you have the opportunity to actually do what you love doing? I think Liberia, we will not have drugs taking over our land. We will not have young women and men being turned into something else. Maybe we need the books that allow us to use our mind in a profound way. Maybe we need that book back. The book that will make us industrial thinkers. That book is what we need. And this is why the Aba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union is all about. We are not here to condemn, neither are we rising with someone, but I think Liberia deserves a liberation right now. And we are not talking about political liberation here. We are talking about industrialized liberation, where we will have hundreds of thousands Liberians employed on our umbrella. Thousands of Liberians having a stable income, and thousands more having a job market that creates their own income, such as farming. Do you know that we can be able to have one of the best imports or exports of wood out of Liberia? The chairs that we have, if you look at what's the oh god, the Swedish IKEA. Some of us do not know IKEA. IKEA is a Swedish organization that all over in Europe. They go to places that they can get affordable woods. They create. I don't think it's IKEA alone that creating. What they do here is that they get in contact with organizations that produce and they sell and they get an income. If only we can start to develop our thinking that all those stigmas that how you call it, these people can come and just take from us for little or nothing. It means that somebody income that is working out of the account. Maybe that's the books we need to start to read. As I approach time to come to Liberia, I want you all to just stand by me because I will not stop talking. It is inside of me. I cannot help it. I am not reading a particular book to give me this. I am not focusing or I'm not going to a particular event to steal words or to take words. No. This is something that is beyond me, but it's inside of me. I have to let it out. I have to let it out. So I will be speaking to towns and villages. I will engage with the different public. You will see me to a party headquarters. It does not mean that I'm going there because of political reason. But I think we need somebody that will push the measures beyond boundaries. I think I want us and all Liberians that have those same thinking as I am. I know we might not be in the large numbers, but we are still part of the numbers that will be willing to go out to our people to really educate them that this is what we need. Because all our rope is tied around politics. All our rope is the only way you can become successful if only you are an honorable man. Who told you? Look at the lifespan of the honorables and see their patterns drop. They go as high as the sky. they drop as low as anything else. Is that the pattern that we call a successful pattern? Oh, success is something that is stable, that grows and grows. But if it's something a short stay, it's a legacy. And what we Liberians do, we mix success with legacy. And that's why we feel that, yes, if this person was this person, then I can become that person. And our mind has to change. We cannot continue to mix success with legacy. Look at all our ministers. Some of them who have just been ministers 6 years ago, or 6 years back, or some of them even in the present government that have been sacked. Sadly, I'm not happy for that, but I'm saying that. And you see their lifestyle. See what happens to them after governmental short stay, after being in government. What are their legacy do they leave behind? What else do they do as productive as they should be? If you all put that together, then you understand why we need these books, these teaching, these information to be able to reach out. Some of the young people only think that the only people that are successful must be in government or must wear neckties and stand on Gary Street and argue, then they are successful. War onto that thinking. And that's why I am talking about coming in. And some of you in the West today that is here, that will be going to Africa in December, I want you to please get in touch, because we want to organize a whole, a team that is supporting the urban organic farm for us to go to engage with our people physically. Whether we will be going to one church, or we will be going to a mosque, or we'll go to a party headquarters, or we will just go to our tire shop, whatever it takes for the message to actually sink into the ears of our generation. Young and old, we have to do this. And we must do this together. Because I am fed up and sick and tired of us reading the same book that we read in the 60s that made Liberia to be where it is. Our children now are still reading the very SSO book that we read. It was good that we read the SSO book, but when we leave from SSO now, every other book that we read was the Blamado book and the Death Star book. And these stories, Mola in the Kasawa patch, how did that help us? How did that help us? How did the mother in the cassava patch help us? Whereas we are here in UK today, if you see the young children, they have books that relates to their present conditions, that will elevate them into thinking, productively. They are innovative thinkers. The young children here will be speaking English like they are taking the English from on the tree and just wasting it. Where our graduates might not even have the opportunity to speak even three good persons standing there. Their English will just be as bad as the one I'm using right now. These are the things that we need to start to tackle. We need to see that the nurses that are taking care of our parents back home are learning. That is why the death rates are high as possible. Why? Because the person that is even entrusted with life does not even know the value of life, does not understand what to do. Negligence has just filled us up, and our society continuously being ranked as the poorest. It's not that it's only poor financially, but when you look at all the criteria that will make any nation to be a successful nation, We lack it all. When it comes to education, Liberia is nowhere on the bridge. When it comes to healthcare, Liberia is nowhere on the bridge. When it comes to food production, Liberia is nowhere there. When it comes to housing, while we're talking about industrialized buildings, we are far. When it comes to road, don't even go there. The road that we built this year, next year June is raining and that whole road will bust as if the rain only comes to Liberia. The very road that they were built today, we all will be happy they built the road. Next year June, the water that will sit there, even the horses around them will be flooded. Maybe we need a book that will allow us to understand that what we do for ourselves is what we get for ourselves. The Americans will not leave their embassy to come and build roads. See how many times we invest into protests. Government protesting, this other person protesting. And almost all of the protest reaches at the US embassy. Probably I can just sit there and see and say, oh God, it's so sad. How many times have the US embassy come to Liberia and left their job and engaged into the protest and was able to solve the problem? They were only able to identify the problem and left us to think outside the box. Maybe some of you would think I'm only talking, but I hope these words sinks down in us. We read books that kept our mind locked up. We engage into things that never brought light. We focus on things that is meaningless. Being a minister today is just for a short term. But remember, you are coming back to see us in that very society that you didn't work to build a standard on. So what happens? The money you were working for had made you above a normal level, which you were very content with. But remember, you didn't build one thing that is a system that allows you to remain, to fly. You know, when we're talking about aviation, we're looking at different dimensions and different levels. So if you are on the low level, you see the speed that it takes before you get into the atmosphere. That speed allows you to take the power to reach out because that speed gives you the force. And then when you go up, you then can take a stable dimension. And that stable dimension that you take allow passengers to have food, to have lunch on the very plane that was shaking, that very plane that was jumping from head to toe. It was that very plane that began to become stable, that allows people to go use the toilets or bathrooms or whatever name you want to call it. And you will see that these ladies on the plane will come and ask you, sir, what would you like to drink? But if you see the time that plane was picking up, you will never have thought that somebody will be asking you to have drink. Because the first thing they will tell you, fasten your seatbelt and remain in your seat. Even if you try to stand up, if they call for the whole crew to jump on you to set you down, they will do that. Why? Because it was not the right timing. They had to work to build a system to allow you now to stand up. In a very plane, you can then stand up when all the ropes and racks and wings are open and every tires in there has come out and those tires have come out and are balancing the wheels of the flight, and then the wings are widely open to protect the wind from coming in and blowing the plane out. That's when the pilot feels that it's in a stable grounds of the air that allows them to open up the supermarkets where you can purchase right on the flight. You can have a toast now because why? The winds are now open. But when we come to our society, we feel it is good to be a minister, or it is good to be a president. It is good to be in high position. But we don't think it is good to build a system that I no more in that position for the next 10 years of my life. How am I going to cope? Because the plane does not just remain in the air, it has to come down. Despite the quietness where you had your toast, you had your meat, you had your this, you were able to walk from one point to another. You stood up, you drank your coffee, your tea, and you had a nice thing on the plane. The plane still have a time to land. And that's the learning that I am talking about. That learning where you have waking up one morning, the government that you've been into for 7 years, you no longer have those security around you anymore. The income that you were securing gradually every month, they pay you, you put the money into your account, you were able to buy and you were able to ride and sleep in one of the best houses, have just dropped because the plane has landed. You no more have that account, that stable money coming into your account. How can you cope in a society that you didn't want to build? That's why you see our ministers, former directors, people that was in high position are broke. Because why? No investment, no engagement, no sound thinking, no industrial thinking. All we think about how to remain in power. But we do not know that if you just invest into something as sustainable as education, as food production, you can have a stable income that you don't need even for somebody to wish you to lose the job. You don't need to go be doing bath in the night to places that you're not supposed to go. Or you don't need to even get yourself involved into places all because of job position. Because you will have an income that you are stable. Even if it is a poultry farm, even if it's a clinic, it's an educational area, you can have that stable income. Let us start thinking industrially. Let us be innovative with our thinking. Let us seize opportunity and bring the best out of it. And that's why our generation now needs, our generation then needed. If we only had that thinking, I don't think Liberia have not received money. Matter of fact, I will be coming up with facts with how much money I've entered Liberia at over certain period of years. And when you compare how much Liberians have received in Liberia compared to what is in Liberia, you wonder what happened to it. You know what happened? The money went back to the very people that brought it to you because you do not have the management skills. You do not have, your mind is not equipped into investment. Your mind is only equipped into riding one jeep, building one house, and you are successful. Get five girlfriend, you are successful. If for a woman you have a jeep, you can wear high heels and wear short skirt, then you are successful. Oh man, you are successful as long as you can feed yourself. You are very successful. Yes, you are successful at a certain extent. But not for a country as old as Liberia. Not for a nation that brings out so much. Look, the younger generation are so many than even the older one because the young children start to start having children right from 15, 16, before even 17, they have children. So just to tell you that the generation is just like this. But if we continuously think that the best part of life is only in politics, then we're missing out. And we are been missing out because our presidents have been thinking the same way. Our cabinet ministers have been thinking the same way. Our lawmakers have been thinking the same way. Our communities have been thinking the same way. Our nation been thinking the same way. But I've come, not in my own name, in the name of the Most High God, to just encourage us that our thinking now has to be innovative. And we will hopefully be able to engage with you. Even if you are in West Point, you still have a part to play in society. You still are value to society. We must know that part of it, and we must bring that. You know, when you get the best out of people, when you make them feel they are part of you, you make them involved in their decision, you get them to be part of your decision making process, then you get the best out of them. And that's what we're going to do. Those very people that you have forgotten and think that they of no use, those farmers that you think they just wear lapper and they don't know the left from the right, these are the people that make the strongest decision in Liberia. You think the ones that in what the place name Maserado are the ones that make the only decision? They just little pinch. Walk out of Maserado and you see towns and villages that are yet to be discovered. And you see how many children, young women, young men live in those very towns along the way. If you put them together, you will not realize that Maserati is nothing compared to what you see. So all I'm saying, with the scope of those generations, embedded with poverty, seeds of mindset that does not allow them to expand. All they see around them is what they use. That's why what they see is the drugs. That's why the young people, getting addicted to it. But if we then decide that yes, drugs is not the answer, but this is what we have in stock. We have a training facility, and you like to do carpentry. We can encourage you to fix chairs, and we can purchase those chairs. You will see the best of those men. Oh yes, you can smoke too much. You are useless man in a community. But you know what? What you want to do? I can fix slipper. You sure you can fix slipper? If I buy the material, can you fix slippers? And we sell that you get income. Yes, and let that person fix the slippers, and you start to sell it. If you do not see the design, the greatness in that person, do not trust me. I manage a whole company. And I know what management carries. It just carries the best of you as long as the opportunity is given to you. Some of us were not born with the skills, but because we were given it, and because we felt we are inclusive, we felt part of it, we then decided to give it our own. And that's how I'm hoping that those methods, those strategies can be put into Liberia. Well, our mind will not only be looking at only the places that we can go to vote, but we can turn the voting stage into camps of empowerment, elevation of skills, and being able to talk to the mind, giving them the willingness to learn. We will have a better Liberia, and a better Liberia is coming very soon. We cannot do it on our own. We cannot do it just us, but we have to do it along with all of us. So, all of you watching, listening, have been following, love the program, hoping to be a part of the program, it's open to us. I may be the one to sit here and talk, but you could be the one, maybe somewhere, inspiring others. And I think that's the way out. Let us focus on that And I think we can breathe in the houses that we hope to build. When we achieve those things, we can walk on the streets of Liberia with pride and dignity. If we build a society, we will not have to invest our life in buying irons and steel rods, because our community will be equipped that we don't have to worry about who is coming to juke us at night because they don't have it. What you see is what you have, and what you don't have, it's hard to see. So I'm encouraging us to start to see different things. See it as if it were you. Do not wait because you are not into it. Those drugs, those community can produce. We can get musicians from there. We have seen top stars that was in the ghettos, were taken out of the ghettos, and were able to beat up that and become a star today. We can do that. Those people that you see tying lepers, that you think that do not know nothing, can get the skills they need. They can have the education even more than you and myself, who think that we went to high school. But we need to give them the opportunity. These are generations that didn't have the opportunity to go in. But if we can give our generation the right to learn, we will have the right to live. We will have the right to improve our society. We will also have the right to rebuild our nation. On behalf of the Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, I see you all have been watching me from every part of the world. I like to say thank you for watching me. I like to say kindly help me share the video. I'm just depending on you all with God above, that you be inspired to give these videos out, that others will be inspired by it. I'm a Liberian. I'm a Liberian like you, and we all are Liberians. All we can do is what we can do in the interest of us all. Let us stand together. Let us win this battle. Let us win this battle. We cannot continue to be the failure. We have to increase our stability. We cannot afford another generation to be wasted. We cannot afford another lives to be wasted. We cannot afford another period of society decline. We can evoke knowledge, power, and skills. And what that means is that the knowledge will give the power, and the knowledge will give the skills, and the skills will give the power. And the power will then be able to produce. And once the power produce, it flows like a river. It reaches in different areas. It hits in different dimensions. It is when people decide to say, okay, I would like to buy this. I would like to buy that. That means that you have it, then you can now give it to the society in the various communities. So this is inclusive. This is power. This is for us all. So on behalf of the Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, I'd like to say thank you all who have all been there. All of my friends following me from UK, following me from America, following me from Belgium, Holland, Germany, and the entire Europe and America. Now India, Pakistan, and the rest of the the different countries and stuff. And even in Liberia, in those different counties. I just appreciate your time with me. And I just want you to continue to keep us in prayers that we will succeed, because it's not an easy battle, but we know with God above we will overcome. Let us build the strength, the courage. If you are going to Liberia and you are from the diaspora and you wanting to be in Liberia around the December, we want you to please be a part of this organization. It is free, but maybe you are 1 hour with us can bring a huge, a huge impact to the lives of people. Maybe you are somebody who been able to talk to people in your life, but you never had a platform to be able to talk to people where you can change your mindset. We want you to be a part. Maybe you are a nurse in America or whatever, and you wanted to be going back. You can also be able, because we're hoping to have a one-day workshop with the nurses as well, and I'm not just talking about muscle, rather I'm talking about nurses in those various towns and villages. Remember, our people depend on those nurses, the doctors in the places that is delivering them. We need those nurses to be equipped. We need to talk to them. We need to help them with the skills they need. We need to speak to them to motivate them. And we need the society to start to build up. But we have to start from wherever we can start from. So let us start. Whatever skills that you got in you, you want to explore that skill, we have the platform for it. And we encourage you to be a part. God bless you. Hopefully tomorrow we'll be in Lofa County and we might be able to talk even deeper. But you're going to get me here tomorrow, the same time. UK time will be 7:30 UK time. So you can be able to find us. If you have not joined us before, we want you to just click and follow. Please click and follow. And that way you get all of our notification whenever we are going live. God bless you. God bless Mama Liberia. Um I have been your presenter. My name is Madam Abba A. Anderson, Liberian. Together, we will rebuild our nation for good.
Welcome to Abak Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, with Abak Organic producing high quality food with low environmental impact. Organic farming will play an essential role in developing and maintaining a sustainable food system in Liberia. To achieve this target and to help the organic sector reach its full potential, Abak Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, is putting forth an action plan for increased organic production in Liberia, including encouraging and supporting Liberians to go back to the soil and produce more food, negotiating and shifting local farm products for timely income benefits of farmers, working with farmers to grow more food, eat some, sustain their homes, and supply other parts of the world, training farmers to transition from manual to mechanized farming. In Abba Organic Farm, the Liberia Farmers Union, our mission is to ensure a stable supply of affordable food to increase and safeguard the income of Liberian farmers to keep Liberia and its rural areas sustainably vibrant. You can become a member of Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union right now. Just dial 0880 547 543 or 0776 570 925 or 0886 199299 or 0777 567777, or you can directly contact our CEO Abae Addison on +447 943 523387 and you join immediately. Abba Organic Farm, Liberia Farmers Union, we are partners for good.
And so we are partnering for good. Tomorrow, same time, 7:30 UK time, we will be here again with another fascinating experience tomorrow. So be a part of the Abba Organic Farm Liberia Farmers Union program. This is where we bring beauty to agriculture and add value to what it stands for. God bless you from us to you. Tomorrow, same time, same place. God bless you. Good night.